Okay, welcome to TWORISQUE. I am Z, and there is inclusive. And basically, TWORISQUE, we just talk about risky topics people don't want to really talk about. How they be too, what's the word? They be lying when they talk about it. So we're gonna do a little quick catch up and talk about our week and what's been going on. Go ahead, V.
I've been here breathing. That's about it.
But you have a new addition to your family. That
Oh,
little
yeah.
kitty.
Yeah, the demon cat that don't know how to act.
You gotta get. I feel like you gotta give her a few more days. She is a kitty. Basically a baby. She gonna
Well,
learn.
she just snap out of it.
Mm. Ooh, we got a little voice message. It must be Lana.
You do not sound too happy about that cat.
I'm
She
just,
sound like
I
she
don't
wanna
know.
return it. Return the sender.
No, I like her. She cute. She fluffy. She cool. It's just, I'm just not happy about life right now.
This girl said, "Turn around and die."
Yeah.
Basically, all around me. Hear this sound. All around me are familiar faces. Worn out.
All right.
But is there? I'm sorry, I thought this was my singer. Um, I guess with me, I just been working, same thing from last week, working, getting to the money, period, per, and let me share this link because they were asking me in my own. Y'all not fans for real. But yeah, I did some Christmas shopping. That's what I'm doing right. Well, I'm on the way home from doing that right now. So yeah, ah, mwah.
How
Yes,
many
bitch.
cups of sugar do you put in Kool-Aid? I'm not gonna
You
lie.
don't
I
measure.
cannot make. Let's say I cannot
You
make
can't.
sugar. I cannot make Kool-Aid. Like
You can't make
when
Kool
I
Aid.
when I try, it takes me at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes because apparently I don't put no sugar in, and it be
You know
tasting
what I just
real
thought about?
diabetic.
You know what I just thought about? What if somebody just
But
came in on, you don't make Kool Aid? Like, they talk about Kool Aid. Yes, girl, like that grape
because
Kool
that thing is
Aid.
hard. It's like I guess my brain doesn't function when it comes to Kool-Aid. Now, see, when it comes to like making cups of tea, I put too much sugar in it, but it still tastes good. But Kool-Aid, how many packets do I put? Do I really just put one or do I put two?
You, what you mean talking about packs of Kool Aid? You put two. Okay, that's what you do. I mean, let me break down the Kool Aid to all those that don't know how to make Kool Aid. What you do is you put the two packs in there. You get some warm water. I know. You get some hot warm water. You fill it up. You add a cup, a little, not a cup, the top off the lemon juice, like the top, a little top of the lemon juice. Pour that in there like a little teaspoon. Then you get the sugar. You get two big cups of sugar. Eat maybe four, depending on how you feel. You whip
Maybe
that.
four.
You whip
See
it.
that right there? The
Listen, you gotta
niggotry that's
taste
in
it.
your
The thing
throat.
is, you gotta
It
taste it. You gotta taste that. You gotta taste it. Once you put that sugar, whip it. Make sure that sugar break down. It's all in the wrist. Then what you do is you put it in the refrigerator, out the freezer, however cold you want it, and that right now, that Kool-Aid. That's how you do.
How big are these cups that we talking about?
see, I'm thinking she's talking about like
No,
red solo cups. Or no,
no,
like those
girl,
plastic cups
measuring
that like every
cups,
black person. Oh,
measuring cups, 1 cups of the measuring cups, 2 cups, not no big old cup,
so
but our 4 cups. It depends.
basically
You gotta taste it. That the
diabetes.
thing is in the taste. No, basically it has been because my Kool Aid, girl, I'm making some Kool Aid. You'll see. What's your favorite flavor? Pink lemonade, red.
I like
What you
grape,
want? 'Cause,
the
okay,
purple.
I got you. We're gonna make a little. I'm make a little cooking video on Kool Aid because obviously somebody ain't teach you. But that I feel
No,
like
it's
that
not the
lemon
fact that
juice.
nobody taught me. It's just that I still don't do it right. People can tell me every single day how to make Kool Aid. If anybody ever asks me to make Kool Aid, I'm not doing it. You're gonna get the jammers. You're gonna get the Kool Aid jammers, the little dollar things. That's what you're gonna get. You have to drink it.
I feel like I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you. You gonna taste it, but the lemon juice is a secret. That's a little family secret. I shared that. I feel like everybody should know it
Girl, I
because
need you to get
that's what
somewhere where the
invested. Oh
internet
my god,
reception is clear.
I'm almost there. I'm not gonna start the topic till I get in my room though, so we can still talk about Kool-Aid and fried chicken. Oops.
What?
How you like your chicken?
Crispy, juicy.
Like you
Well, actually, lately I haven't been really
like
feeling fried chicken. Oh, child. Oh my God.
it golden?
Girl, stop talking because the robot voice you got going on ain't it. Is she still talking? I don't know how to mute her. I wish I could mute her.
I'm gonna need you to turn off this AI filter that you got on because it's not working.
See?
Did you hear that burp? Did that burp pick up?
Okay. There she goes. She muted herself. I don't understand why she even thought it was okay, knowing that her phone reception is just complete ass, to just get on here while she on the road. Ugh, child, the ghetto. Anyways, y'all just gonna hear me breathe until she get to a decent area.
Hello, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm in my room. Are you ready to get into the topic?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Today's topic is how. Well, basically, let me break it down. So you know how they be like,
Niggas ain't
women are
shit.
not allowed
I'm
to sleep
sorry.
in. Whoa,
My bad.
that's not. Stop reading your messages.
I'm not even on my
That's the
own
problem.
messages.
Well, shoot. But the wow. The topic of today is basically how do men get to, sleep around freely and then the boys hit them up and like, oh, you the man, you the man. But when women sleep around or they do them per se, let's say it like that, they get called out things, oh they dirty, that's unlike. My thing is females are such a standard, but boys are held basically in the grave when it comes to standards. It's no standards for them. How that work?
Because niggas ain't shit. And everybody know that. So once they start doing not shit.
That doesn't have to do with
Oh my
anything.
god. Alright, hold on. Stay
No, it's
still.
I'm talking about the society. I
Mm. Oh my god.
need you not to.
Your internet.
I'm in my room. I don't know why. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like the society rule. I mean, I'm not talking about guys per se. I'm just talking about the rule of society of how it looks for females to sleep around when if society praise males for doing that. And it could be females and it's like it'd be females bashing females on it too. But let's say this. I don't understand either, but in their eyes, they'd be like, okay, if a female sleeping around off rip, she low down dirty, she get around, she around the way girl. But if a guy, I just don't understand why females can't have their fun and not be judged so harshly, get called slut shamed, all that. Like, why I gotta be all that? If that's how
But
I
then
want, if that's how they want to
again,
live their life.
it's like it's on the females part too, because why are you giving a damn about what somebody else say about you? Why does Sally Mae, old lady from the church, the deacons and deaconess gotta know what I got going on for one. Two, are you in my business and calling me this, that, and the third when your life probably messed up too? And why am I giving a damn about what you got to say?
See, we not speak. We know. It's like I got two. I almost worded that horribly, but nah. I feel like you. I feel like. I feel like you should. I feel like you shouldn't care. I feel like honestly, and I mean, not every woman does care, but most women like they'll take those words and they call me this, they call me that, but it's like, okay, hold on, the first caller.
The real question is, was this an issue back in the day when folks was going out to Freaknik and stuff like that?
Ooh,
Ooh,
not freak me, not the freak me.
no, I mean the whole title right there is saying, "Let's go be some hoes."
Do you know the songs that was dropped? The crazy thing is the music that was dropped back then. I'm not finna say none of them lyrics because them is bogus.
Ooh, too late.
Freak me, like, come on. If you do look back in the day,
They was doing a lot of nasty stuff.
girl, it just the music, the end, like I just ask, tell me this, why our grandmas got 7 kids? That's the question. But it's like, well, because if you look at it, mostly all the older generations they have a butt ton of
They have
kids,
a
and I
bunch
just
of kids. A bunch of kids.
and that don't add up. But I feel like women should you should be able to live in what you want to live in. If that's how you want to move how you want to move. You can press play.
And nobody says, "Oh, grandma was a hoe." I mean, every now and then somebody be like, "Oh yeah, your grandma was a hoe, your grandpa was a hoe, oh yeah, I was a hoe back in the day." But like, it's not the same as today. And is that because of social media, or is it just have times changed?
See, I feel like this generation knew that our grandmas was some hoes. Well, not even hoes. They were just
Ooh,
doing
don't
it
call my
out.
grandma no.
They were just doing it
I
out because
jumped
I
to
don't
this
think they had anything else
phone.
to do. Like, really, what did you have to do back in segregation in them? Nothing. Like, y'all, if black people can't do nothing, now them white folks, that's we. I don't know about them,
Whew.
but us colors, us Negroes,
Oh
they
wow,
didn't
how do we
have nothing
get
to
back
do.
into the 1960s?
I mean, is that not when
We're in the
grandmas was
60s
born
with it.
and having babies?
Look, y'all. I'm hungry. I might eat off of this. I might eat some chicken while we on
Because
here.
okay, when I think about it, what did the women back then have to do? Because a lot of them couldn't get no good job. They would just stay at home wives, and they would just be there when the man come home, or she could be on the corner. It was on the corner a thing back in the 1960s because that
Hmm?
was never in textbooks. But then
I don't
again,
know.
why
I don't
some
think
was
they.
in
I don't.
textbooks?
I mean, they most definitely was a thing back in the day, but I feel like I don't know because back in the day too, I don't really know if they shamed women like that. But I mean, if you listen to the music, they was pretty disrespectful. But I feel like with now just generation, like Alana said, with social media, it just shames women. So, for example, Lori Harvey, we know she do her thing. She get her own paddock and all that. She got the paddock on her wrist, you know. So, and they be calling her out her name because she be dating all these men, but they don't say nothing. They didn't used to say nothing about Future. So it's like, what's wrong with what Lori Harvey doing? Wow, can't say her name. What's wrong with what Hart Lori is doing compared to what Future is doing? Lori not pregnant. Future the one with a whole football team.
Ooh, not the football team. Spencer.
Down said hot. So I feel like as a woman, if you want to live your life, if you're all I say is if you're gonna live your life and live that life, be safe, be smart, don't care about what anybody's saying because you're like you don't always you ain't gotta throw your bodies to everybody. Don't get me twisted on that. But live your life, do what you want to do. Like I just hate how women get bashed for like, doing like just being them. If that's who they are, let them be them. Why do you care what's going in and out of them? That's none of your business. Worry about your own. Thank you. And it
Girl.
kills me. I'm gonna say this and let you talk. It kills me because it be females. It be females all the time. Like, oh girl, you want to do that? It kind of you like I don't think you want to do that. Or they be so judgmental, but it be crazy. The females that do the most judging when it comes to that be the females that be all in the streets, undercover. Girl, you'll be surprised. But take it away.
I have nothing else to say about this topic.
Mm.
Well, but then again, because I really, I'm
She said, but then
no,
again.
but it's 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 making my brain hurt because I really want to know what did grandma do back in the day besides have children and probably cook
I mean,
sometimes.
back in the day when all they be saying, like, not from my grandma, but what I hear from folks about their older grandmas, like this dude said back in the day, my grandma daddy told me a woman is good for two things: the kitchen and the bedroom. So there you go. That's what they was doing back in the day: the kitchen and the bedroom. And
Well,
it
damn.
kills me because that's really I was like, honey, I'm not finna have no martini ready for you when you get home. You better figure it out. And this is another thing. It's kind of off topic, but we gonna say this topic because it's kind of tied together. This little boy, well, he's a man, but he's a midget in my eyes. Well, nothing wrong with small people. Yikes. Okay, but this little boy, he was talking about like black women and women don't respect their husbands nowadays. If you talk to my grandma, she'll tell you you're supposed to be like this, like that. Y'all don't have no respect, and y'all need to listen. Like I'm like, y'all want some slaves, is what it sounds like. Y'all want somebody that's gonna be on you hand and feet, not like. And then my thing is, they be having that type of energy, but not paying no bills, not taking care of their kids, living with somebody, and that be killing me. Like, how you gonna say all this and then you're not backing it up?
I guess it wasn't fat enough. Ooh, sorry.
I guess it wasn't fat
See,
enough.
my granddad says that he believes that it's a woman's job to clean and stuff like that. But my grandmother, she, was born back in the day. She got pregnant and she had to move because it wasn't acceptable to be pregnant. And she went and had to get a job and support her family. So,
But see, but do you really think all women was put on the earth to do was just pop they wuha in the sky, pop out babies, and cook and clean? Hell no, hell no. You let a nigga think I'ma do that? Please, I'm sorry, I can't. Nope.
Ooh.
Next.
How are women hoes? You know, a lot of women have hoe mentality.
That's
I
what you
thought he
came
was
up
gonna say something
with.
more than that. I thought he was
That's what
gonna
you.
say
That's
something
all you gotta
else.
say.
Next caller. Next caller.
of course not. And I refuse. I refuse.
Maybe he thought what we were
Buddy,
saying
hold
was a
on. Where
question.
he go? That
Hold
Mar.
on, wait. Maybe he didn't get
That's
the.
all
Maybe
you
he missed
had to
half the
say.
conversation because that don't add that state. What?
Okay, boys. Yeah, little boys have hoe mentalities too. Well, first of all, a hoe
It's
is a
not even little
boundary.
boys, man. Like men do too. It's not. It's one woman, man.
No, that
They
ain't no
have those
man.
mentalities. Okay, but women. What are we talking? Like you saying? Are we talking about girls or boys? Like what? Like I'm talking about men that are older. Like there's older men that still have that mentality. I'm not talking about like men as in oh he mature, he got his stuff together. But because if we using the terms woman and man, then because not some girls do, some men don't. Like, but don't be like so good. But I don't know. But closing this topic, basically, if you want to do you, do you. But and if you with people that bash, mind your business. If it's not hurting your pockets and hurting your bank, why do you care? Why do you care what's going on with somebody else's sex life? Like, just do you. Stay safe. Keep it pushing. Period.
See, a hoe is a behavior, it's a mentality. You see, there's a lot of hardworking, sophisticated, attractive, hardworking hoes that hide behind beauty. And surface level guys are so quick to say, hey, sexy, hey baby, hey gorgeous, and don't even recognize the whole mentality.
It's just the fact that you had all these nice descriptive words and just say hoes. Um, I personally feel like whatever a female is doing with her woo ha at the end of the day, don't make her no hoe. Now, if she being dirty, then I mean, whatever a female got going on, that's her business. Nobody has no room to call anybody no hoe.
I agree. I agree. I feel like whatever a woman's doing down there with her woo-ha, whatever, that's her business. If that's her mentality, okay. But if you don't want to mess with no girl like that, then don't mess with them. Keep it pushing. But it's like, yeah, there's girls that they might come off as, the loyal type or whatever, but that's your job to peep the red flags, vice versa. Like, there's times I've run into guys that, they give off this, oh, sweet guy approach, but then they ain't chose. It's just you got to pick up on that energy. If you can't read it, then you stuck. But I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, all women are HOs and all boys are because they not. It is what it is. It's just whatever that y'all got going on, male or female, whatever y'all got going on, that's your business. Just stay safe. Nobody got no room at all. And that's on period. That's my closing statement, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
um, on to the next. Okay, so next up we're gonna do our do's and don'ts segment of the show. And our do's and don't this time is sex edition. Oop. Okay, is that him? Is that? I'm gonna play this before I start the next segment.
So there comes a time to where enough is enough. You can't just sit back and watch society be overtaken by the hoe. You know what I'm saying? The modern day hoe. The whole life. The whole structure. Like, you gotta think about the kids to come. And you gotta let people know, like, this is not, permissible. It's not okay.
Okay, but where is that energy when men, boys, little horny out of little teenagers doing the same thing? That energy is nowhere to be found. Oh,
It's
you know
not.
what?
Because I feel like this is the last thing I'm gonna say too. I feel like on both sides, like I feel like I feel like if you're being dirty, if you're not being safe with yourself, then of course that's not good. But who am I to tell somebody what to do with their own body? I'm not finna lecture no grown woman, no grown man on what is wrong or is right. If they know it, they know it's wrong and it's right. But I'm not finna sit here and just target females. That's not the point of this conversation. The point of the conversation is men get praised for it, where when women do it, oh, it's a problem, and that's the energy that I'm receiving from you. And I'm gonna say this is the last time I'm closing the topic. Thank you. Okay, do's and don'ts, sex edition. Okay, so with this, we're gonna talk about basically peer pressure when it comes to sex, and like basically, how if she says no, leave it at no, basically. So, Vic, you can start this one off.
What's more to say about that?
Like in general conversation. What do you mean? In general conversation, like we talked about this.
Because you just said about the pressure.
Like how? Okay, I'll give an example. You know how like let's say you chilling with somebody and it's Netflix and chill type situation, and they're like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. You like no, no, and they keep perceiving, keep trying. And they're just overreaching their boundaries and like not taking no, not like not this isn't no flat rape conversation, but they're basically pressuring you into feeling like okay, like just pressure, if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it because it's not like no, it's not the forced conversation, but it's basically like you're saying no and they're not catching the hint, and to the point where you're getting uncomfortable. Do's and
I
don'ts, like if
mean,
somebody says
how?
no.
First of all, ain't no hint. If I say no,
Mm.
that's no. There's no no, no. Don't touch me. Get shot.
Mhm. Okay. But basically, do's and don'ts regarding that situation. Um, it's obvious. The do's is if they say no, do stop.
Do
Don't
girls
keep
ever do that to
going.
guys though?
I wouldn't say no. I feel there's cases where it has happened to guys. I wouldn't say no. It has happened to guys multiple times. Females do it, but when females do it, guys don't say anything because it'd be like, "Oh, you let a female do you like that?" And I feel like that's terrible. That's crazy because it does happen a lot. The guys do get taken advantage of, but they don't speak up about it because of that whole "you a man" type thing.
Y'all are emotional creatures. Every decision that y'all make are based off of an emotional after effect. So psychologically speaking, who knows what the fuck y'all thinking about when y'all like, oh no, no, you can't make up your mind. That's like when you go through mental and physical abuse. You know, you like, oh, I don't want to be with you. He beat me up, call the police. Y'all the first one at the jailhouse, bonding them out. I love him. You know what I'm saying? Emotional creature.
What is that? I get what you're saying, but that doesn't have nothing to do with this topic.
We don't need no more comments from Mr. Man because he giving me the wrong kind of energy.
I'm just gonna sit back on this. I'm not gonna say nothing because if I say something, it ain't gonna be too kind. Cause it's just like why? Okay, yes, females do have more emotion, show more emotion than males. But I'm pretty sure when it comes to sexual relations, most females gonna tell you, no, don't do that. I don't like that. I don't know what bimbos you've been messing with to the point where it's just like, oh, I know what I want. Yes, and then no. Who's playing these back and forth games? That mm. Cause there's a lot of consequences that come with that little one time. Uh mm. No. Mm.
And we not like first of all, it's sound like how is me telling you no saying oh I don't oh I'm not sure I can't make my mind up. Obviously, the no is this is my decision. I do not want to do it.
Some women can be emotional creatures, to be honest with you. And, I always tell my daughters to learn to be emotional intelligent because sometimes when emotion comes in play, we women tend to make their decision based off their emotion instead of their heart, instead of their brain.
That's can you hear me? My thing's glitching. That's true, but in this situation, I don't. It's not really about emotions because I'm not saying this is a female that has emotions for me. I'm not saying this is your girl. I'm saying when guys chill with the girl they want. Let's take it to college since let's be more clear with the statement. When you meet up, let's say you meet up with this girl and she comes over and y'all watch the movie and she makes it clear like, hey, I don't want to do nothing. Let's just chill. But you proceed to like make advances. She tells you no, you keep trying at it. Why are guys so needy and greedy when somebody says no, they don't know how to take a no. When they say no, all of a sudden I'm all types of bees and like all that. Like, why can't y'all take no for no? I'm not gonna say all, but some. Some don't know how to. Some don't understand the concept of no, and then you want
Because
to get
them little pride.
disrespectful, huh?
They so prideful. That's why.
Yeah, you can't take a no, and I feel like that like it got to be a level of self control and respect within yourself. Like, so you don't got to respect this female, but respect within yourself. So, okay, she said no, keep it pushing. And keep in mind, I'm not saying all fellas, but it's a mass majority that's like that. And then why y'all? But let me just get back on topic. The do's and don'ts of that Do understand no, like stop the whole progressing and pressure and just take the no. Don't keep going. Don't if they say no, keep it at a no because if that's how you catch charges and it's plenty of women out here that will easily flop their legs. Go towards them. Simple. Big.
Um, I, it- it's not much to say
What's
about
your
this topic, really.
just do's or don'ts towards the topic or any advice towards it?
Um, do ask for consent. If consent's not given,
Period.
don't do nothing.
Period. And ladies, if you feel pressure, just because you feel pressure, that does not mean you have to do it. I know plenty of girls that said, "Oh, I did this because I felt pressured. Oh, I did that because I felt pressure." And people don't understand that concept is females have gone through some type of emotional abuse, verbal abuse, where they have this concept of pleasing people, even if they not maybe not even in a sexual way, but being a pleasing person to people, because that's how they, I guess, cope with things, and they give into pressure and later regret stuff because they gave into pressure or whatnot. And I've had people tell me that. I've had friends that told me that. And it's just like you do not have to give into pressure. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel in and if you feel like you're in a situation where you feel like you have to when you don't want to, try your best to remove yourself. Text somebody, call somebody, just and vice versa for guys. If you ever feel that way, just remove yourself. If you can, if you can't call somebody, get help. Just do what you gotta do. You gotta pick up the microwave and hawk slam that thing. But is your mama here, Vic? Oh,
She's
we
not
got
doing
two
it.
messages. Okay, my mom here, so we got two messages on
Dudes
WhatsApp.
is to be careful who you date and be careful who you pick and to date, and you won't have to worry about that pressure.
Period.
Period.
Reclusive. You are a baddie, and you in Atlanta too.
I'm sorry, I had to cut that. Is
I
that
would
still
say
gonna play?
don't be so trusting.
I had to cut that off because, sir, see the energy Lana said, I picked it up too. Cause sir, get going. Talking about you is a baddie and you in Atlanta too.
Who is in
It's that
Atlanta? Who even gave you that
he
information?
he probably
I'm
on
in
your
Alaska.
Instagram.
Ain't no location on my
You
daggone Instagram.
girl, your geo tag somewhere. He know where you at. You better fix that. Mm-mm. Okay, mom, you're the only mom today, Mama Marie. So the question for you is, what is it? Would you prefer your child to be more open about their sex life with you or keep it in the dark? How much information is too much? I know you can't respond that fast.
It sure is on your Instagram.
Was there a reason we
Lord
needed
have
that extra
mercy.
air in the background? But my mom was answering the question, so I'm gonna just answer the question for myself. I feel like I feel like it's weird because you know what? I'm gonna just say this: the way men are open with their sons with their sex life are weird to me. That's very strange.
It
But I'm
is
gonna play.
very strange.
It's really weird because it just
I need to know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I just want to have that level of acceptance with my child to where she can feel free to talk to me about anything, and I always never lie to her about nothing.
I don't want to know everything my child does. I feel like I get what you're saying. That's a cool relationship to have. I feel like it should be how you put it. Because you're not your child's friend, we're not friends. I want you to be able to talk to me if you want to discuss certain topics with me or you have certain questions. Come to me freely, but not on no. Oh, mama, I just slept with this boy tonight. I don't want to know that. That's how men are with their sons, and that's uncomfortable. Like, how are y'all so open like that? But let you go see your daddy and say, "Oh, daddy, guess what?"
My
Over with
daughter at
in the
home.
dirt. My daughter out here sleeping with everybody.
Yeah, as a parent, I am very open with my kids. I will be happy to share any questions they have on the topic of sex, and I would like for them to be responsible. That's my main concern is being responsible, being an adult about it, but protecting yourself, and that's being grown is mean being, being able to handle the consequences comes with sex.
Yep. Well,
That's crazy because like my daughter is my best friend. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm closer to her than anybody. And if she makes those type of decisions due to the teachings that I have taught her, then we're just gonna have to have a different form of education. We're gonna have to approach it differently.
question: how old is your daughter? But to continue the topic, um, I feel like open, being able to approach your parents, whether it's your mother or father, is very important. It's just this wasn't really in the topic, but I just like seen recently how praise fathers praise their son when their son lose their virginity or they're sleeping with people. Not saying all dads are like this, but I have seen it and I've heard it, and it's just strange because if it was switched over, oh, they finna whoop their daughter, oh, they finna they finna kill their daughter. But when it comes to their son, it's just a whole different attitude towards it.
Yeah, I think women need to understand sex is not the main part of a relationship. That might be the main focus that society put on the relationship, but it's all type of ways to get a pleasure.
That's
That's
true.
true.
You can give me a 3 for 10 at Chili's, and I'll be a-okay.
Give me some. Let me go ahead and put my order in. 10-piece combo hat with lemon pepper sprinkles with a cherry fontaine. I want my fries crispy. Thank you. Yes,
Lord have
sir.
mercy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Right. When we done with this, I'm finna eat the rest of these wings, girl. But I agree. There's more to relationships than sex, and I feel like with the upcoming generations, we have to let that be known within male and females. We cannot just preach one thing to one um gender and then be like, oh, okay, why they acting like this and they acting like this, because we're not giving the same teachings. Like boys aren't taught to have feelings. Boys aren't taught to. Not all boys are taught to be safe. Not all boys are taught about certain stuff, and it's just like then it just gets confusing because we got two different bringings, and then boom, we got some more stupid kids coming at
Yeah,
more
I mean, I know
babies.
you seen all them stupid kids on TikTok.
Boy.
Ooh.
Trio.
My daughter's 9. You see, I teach my daughter game to where she can't be manipulated by men, and I also educated her on the uncommon information about life. So she's more into creating her own, like, not reality, but just creating her own craft. She's more into earth and nature and things of that, like sex and boys and stuff like that. She knows about that because of what she's seen around her, and it doesn't interest her because it's been toxic. So
Mm, I just don't think the birds and the bees talk should be taught or had at no 9 or younger. But
Everybody,
it's different
everybody different.
parenting skills to everybody else. So
Um, hold on, I'm thinking of my statement. But I I feel like it's good that you put her onto game and just teaching her certain stuff because that is necessary for her to like survive out there. And I get what you mean by like she's creating her own reality, like she's making her own sense of self. She's not letting people tell her who she is, and she's being her own person, which is good. So, shoot, but closing to the topic, you know, it's I feel like it's good to be open, be able to make that openness for come talk to you and share that type of information with you so you can teach them and educate them properly.
Well, that's good. You teaching your daughter how to recognize when someone is playing games. However, I have seen girls with their father in their lives when they felt like they found the one and so in love that they throw everything away just on the hope this the one, I'm in love.
Play the next one, Vic.
Even as a mother, I talk to my daughters because I come from a house full of boys. I watch my brothers, my cousins, and my uncles, and I tell my daughter all the time, baby, boys are boys. You'll know when a boy becomes your man.
That's true. And I feel like one last thing is relationships at our age, like we said in the last show, it's kind of not realistic because men take a while to mature. So a boy that was gonna be a boy for a little while. There's gonna be a lot of mistakes along the way. But yeah, y'all made some valid points. It's good that you are putting your daughter onto game, and it's good that you will be able to have that open type relationship with her. Also, and Mama Marie, that's also good that you make it where your kids can be open with you and feel comfortable enough to share certain things with you. Vic, do you have anything to add or
Mm-mm.
okay, guys? So at this time, we're gonna ask. Well, y'all can ask us some questions. Who's all in here? I can't tell who's in here, but y'all can ask questions if you want to, and then we'll answer them. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing had started student, but yeah, y'all can ask us questions at this time if you want to. And if you don't have any questions, let us know, because then we'll just like in the show. But just let me know if you have any questions, even if it's regarding this topic or how we feel about certain stuff or about us.
Why do you ladies think relationships not realistic at your age? Is it because you're going off of what society say relationship should be or social media?
Big no. I know your answer already. I know you. Give us a real answer, Big. For my for my answer, it has nothing to do with society. It has something to do with what I see. And I'll reframe. I wouldn't say it's not realistic, but I would say it wouldn't be the best thing to be doing at our age, unless if it happens naturally, it happens. But we're not fully. I'm not fully mature, and men aren't fully mature at all at our age. So it's like I'm not gonna. Majority of them are not mature. So if we did our age, it's really not. Even if you just dating to play, it's not gonna be serious. You're kind of wasting your time. You can get hurt, cheated on. It just takes time, and people don't take time nowadays. So a lot of things are rushed, and then you find yourself with somebody you really don't want to be with, and it's just be toxic situations. And I feel like dating in our generation isn't how it was back in the day, or how it was in older generations. Guys don't court like they used to. They don't really put in that much time. They just want fast paced movement and fast paced endings. So yeah, you just gotta take your time and make sure it's the right person, get to know a person, and maybe it might work out. So big.
Short, sweet, simple. People these days just
Mm,
want the woo ha and nothing else, and they
true.
just stupid. They ain't worth nothing. And that's all I got to say about that.
Boop.
Yeah, I don't think that necessary the truth with the age because it's 50 year olds, 40 year olds, and 30 year olds getting divorced, single folks. So that's not the case. So my question is, what are you looking for in a man?
Okay, see,
Ew.
but it's not. I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there, Brianna.
A
Um,
man. Not Brianna. To you. No.
to
To
you,
you.
um, I would say, okay, not our age, but this generation that we are in right now, that's all they focused on is how to be little baby, the next little baby, SoundCloud rapper, how to sell drugs, how to get out the trenches, all that. They're just
Imaginary trenches.
disgusting. And what I look
Yeah.
for in a man is for them not to be existent, because I don't want one.
You said what? What you say? Okay. Um, I agree with the age thing because yeah, there are a lot of guys that are at the age of 35, 50 that are still immature. But like Vic said, our generation is crazy, and it's like y'all aren't really dating inside a generation. Y'all see stuff from the outside, but we see it. We talk to our friends. We see how everything moving, and it's like the rate our generation is going at. It's gonna be a lot of single rich aunties. 'Cause a lot of these guys nowadays trying to have all the girls on them, try to be rappers, try to take off and just follow in trends, and not all of them, but majority, and it's a big majority of them. And it's just they be wasting time. They be wanting that fairy tale love that they see on TikTok and YouTube, all the pretend stuff, and they're not built to handle real life situations. And some females are the same. Females be in it for the games, the money, or they be trying to use people. So it's like we got the city girl mentality, and also this I'm trying to get to this paper, get to this bag, do what I got to do, make it out the mud mentality, like, and not in a good way type of image. And it's just like y'all doing this stuff, y'all losing yourselves, not really building who you could possibly be to be in a good relationship because y'all want to move like these celebrities telling you to move, and that's really it. It's society, it's social media, really. Because back in the day, what did y'all ain't had no social media. Y'all had little pages. That's all y'all had. Ain't had no Facebook.
That sound like an environment problem. That doesn't sound like it. Just sound like you just in the wrong place with the wrong people.
It's not.
What you
They're
pouring?
everywhere. They're like gnats and ants. They're literally everywhere.
You can
They're
date somebody a nerd and then they a player. They could be in the
for
library
real.
studying
He
every
could be out
day,
here
and
on a
then
chess team, but he has all the hoes.
it's really like, but you have to understand it's not everybody. It's just a majority, and the people that are actually good people, they're in relationships, which is kudos, happy for them. But the people that are not in relationships, they're just not ready. So it's like that's why I say when I say at our age, I'm talking about like my generation at where we are right now. Most of us just need to focus on ourselves, live our lives, and stack our money. And when that time comes, it comes. But it's just not the plan right now to try to date in this generation, date in this climate, date in this time because people are not dating for real. People
We are
aren't on
in a
that
whole
wave. Real
perpendicular. Why are we trying to date?
people don't know what love is anymore. Really, they see what they see with these celebrities and think that's love, and then it's not love. So
Like Jada
yeah,
and Lil Baby.
girl, I was thinking it but didn't want to say it. I
Well,
was
I
thinking
said
it and didn't.
because ain't no way I'm gonna go out that sad. That
Okay,
sad.
we're not finna talk about this. We're not finna talk about her. Oh, we. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Okay, ladies, I understand you guys. I would tell you guys to stay positive as possible and to speak and manifest what you want into your life. If you're going to keep speaking what's not there, what's not available, be for sure that's what you're going to get back from the universe.
Come on, not speaking on that's not there, that's not available because well, I know the love I want and I know the love that I deserve. That's it's going to come to me. But I'm speaking from what I see within other people, not on me. But it's just if you look out into the generation, if you talk to somebody within a generation, you'll see that. But I know what's coming for me is gonna be a blessing, but as of right now, I'm blessing. I'm working on my blessing for myself. Period, sister girl.
Yeah.
I think people don't know what love is anymore because they haven't seen enough relationships that show what love is. If you grew up with two loving parents, you know what love is. You know how to make sure you have a long-term relationship. Or if you've been in a long-term relationship yourself, you know like the ins and out of what to do in a relationship and how hard it is. But yeah, a lot of people, they just if you're not familiar with a relationship, the moments that are going to be uncomfortable are the moments that they don't know how to deal with, and the moments that they find ways to justify leaving.
You don't have to see
That's
examples of
true.
love in order to find love. If you love yourself enough, then that's all it takes. I don't need no example
No,
of no mom and dad being loving each other because they could hate each other in the bedroom. I don't know that.
I slick. I agree with what he said, and I see what you're saying too. But that's true though, cause you know how like people be like, "You." I get what he's saying. It's good to see good relationships because I've heard people say that. Oh, I've seen people get divorced. I don't want to get married. Everybody's different, so it's like I get what he's saying. If there's not that many good examples of love. Back in the day, all they had was love stories, and this is how love goes. And if you look at now and what they put out, we don't. Most people that are influenced do not have that type of. They don't have that type of influence on them. They have this treat women like they ain't worth nothing and all that other stuff. So I get that part of what he's saying. I also get what you're saying too, because parents they can love each other in front of you, but in private they hate each other. And some people put on that facade, but it's just like you have to know the real from the fake because most of the stuff we see is fake. But not everybody is raised with the same mentality and the same thought process. So it's just a whole bunch of different opinions on like this is love, that's love, this is how love should be. But I can understand. It's just I want to get back to that old love, that Jada and that Will love.
Oh no, not
Loving
that.
yourself is without a question needed. But to be able to love someone else who is not you, that's something that has to be learned. You like have to put your feet in. You have to practice that, and that's not something that can be taught from just loving yourself. It can be a foundation, but it is not going to lead to mastery.
Okay, okay. See, I like you. You cool, you cool, you cool. Okay, I won't be so
Yeah.
argumentative.
You always argumentative Aquarius.
Don't
But that's
don't even
no,
start.
because
Don't.
I'm the
The
toxic.
planets
Don't
are in
no, don't.
Aquarius right now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Okay,
that,
okay. I'll let you have it. You got the planets in your you got the planets on your side right now.
girl.
I
My
agree
ancestors on you.
with what he said, and love is not always beautiful.
Shoot, it's gonna be pretty over here.
Oh, my bad. I think I am being argumentative. I'm sorry. I'm high, and yeah, I guess I'm a bit sensitive. Sorry if I'm projecting onto you guys. No, I love what you guys are doing right now. Please continue talking.
No, I'm not saying you're
No, you're
argumentative.
good.
I am.
Yeah, you're not
Me,
being
not
argumentative.
you.
You're making great statements. Continue to send in your comments because I like them. I can feed off
I'm
of
the
it. I can
one
say
that
something
likes to
back.
pick at the argument. I'm looking for any
She
little
she
thing to
be
argue
she
with
be
you about.
looking. Yeah, that's her move right now. We're not gonna get into that. Give her a few days, really, and everything will be fine.
You been like, you
Give her four
know.
to 5 days. But
But it's just because Jupiter and Saturn and them, they have my back right now. So we kind
but
of big over here.
to talk about what is now we got into this topic of what is love. I can go on and on, but no,
What is
like to what if you're not here with
love? With
me.
me,
But I agree with what Mama Marie said. Love is not always beautiful, and people cannot handle the ugly. But let me just clarify: cheating is not a part of the ups and downs. That's I know y'all seen that meme. Cheating is not a part of the ups and downs.
Legally.
Oh, did you get the superpowers from Jupiter and Saturn right, as well?
Yes. I sure did. My power is to argue. So let's go. Let's go. Pure.
Period. He said superpowers. But
Mhm.
I was gonna say, yeah, love. I feel like love isn't always beautiful, and that's one thing I can't. I'm gonna stop saying our generation, but with this one, most generations they can't really handle when stuff gets hard. That's why most marriages don't last because it's all beautiful in the beginning, and then boom, somebody's struggling, somebody's they start the marriage get tested, um, and then it don't work because you wasn't with this like you said last time. I think somebody said you wasn't with this person through all 4 seasons. So when you start seeing other seasons that you didn't see before this marriage, then boom, it's not working. You can't handle it. You can't deal. That's why marriages don't really be lasting like that, or relationships, because y'all in for it, the beauty, the fun, and like you're not here for the ups and downs. That's why you really have to know yourself, love yourself, know who you're with, and really love them, and actually have that type of bond and care that we made this promise, we're gonna stick it out, we're gonna work it out. But not everybody is built like that because they don't have that mindset and they're not ready. And that be the biggest thing. People hop into stuff not ready, and if that's why things be falling apart.
Ooh.
And that's why it's all these situationships, all these baby mamas, all these single hurt people, and it's a lot of hurt people.
Mhm.
Hmm. Vic,
Hmm.
I wait on you to ask some.
Oh, girl, I ain't got nothing to say about it. You said everything that needed to be said.
Mm, it's true. But what was the last caller's name? I can't see that,
A Bible dad.
but okay. Well, if y'all have any other questions regarding, how we feel about love or certain things, be free to ask them. We'll give y'all like until 9:15. If you have questions, ask them. If you don't, then we'll end the podcast. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna start singing and filling the quiet spaces.
Mm.
Um, you got no elevator music over there? Play some jazz. Play some smooth jazz in the background.
Do-do, do-do,
Doo-doo.
do-do, 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 do-do,
I
do-do,
said
do-do.
smooth jazz. This
That is
Pink
smooth
Panther.
jazz. Cause Pink Panther was a smooth cat.
Oh,
Huh.
I'm just gonna re-explain the purpose of our podcast again to people that did come in later or whatever. It's too risky. It's a fun podcast. It's not meant to be taken fully serious. We're here to have fun and talk about, serious topics, but still have fun, have laughs. It's not meant to be, professional. Just come have fun, listen to us talk about stuff that, it is real life situations, but you can tell that it's not fully serious based off Vic's comments and some of my comments. So yeah, it's open space. If you want to comment, add your 2 cents, you can do that. We're here to have fun, laugh, and just be, a little ratchet, have a little fun, make a little jokey joke, you know, and talk about serious topics as well. So it's not all serious. And you have fun. And, some of the topics are maybe a little risky, a little risque, but yeah. Just tune in, enjoy yourself, and comment when you want to. Please do not bite. Well, I don't bite. Vic, on the other hand. Oh my god! I didn't know. I thought you was gonna roar a song. You should have barking. I didn't know you was a dog.
You
But
don't
okay,
know dog
it's
too.
9. It's 9:15. Vic, do you have anything else
Eating
to
a burger
add?
with a
Or
honey mustard. Oh my god, it happened again. It happened again. It happened again.
Vic, But you have anything else to add before I give the closing regards?
Um, stay positive, but test negative. Period.
Oh, that's a word, sister girl. Thank you guys for tuning in to Too Risque. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Tune in, come in, have fun. Let's chit chat. What's up? What's the hot topics? What should we talk about? Follow us on Instagram at Too Risque at TWORSQE. Yeah, I had to think about it last time I said it. Yes, make sure you follow us on our Instagram to get updates. Also, make sure you follow us on here so you can see when we go live. But thank you guys for tuning in. I am Z, and this is Reclusive. You can find us at wow, can't talk. You can find us on IG at Reclusive and at Zahari Shakira. If you can't spell it, you'll see it on Too Risque. But thank you guys. Good night.
Mhm.